So that's what happens. There's a boy who's born with that, who's been told that for so long. When that new abusive woman comes, that he's attracted to, comes along and reminds him, he will know more. He will know it's a favor. The reason why those guys still want to try and love those women is because it sounds like home. He's used to being spoken to like this, right? I know this because I grew up being spoken to like that. And in my mind, what I formulated was to try and be like, okay, no, maybe this woman is just hurt. And if I love her enough, if I'm good enough, if I'm kind enough, then she can change, she can heal, and then I like the beauty or the good that I see in her can become the real her. But this is the reality when you're dealing with a narcissist. With a narcissist, is that nothing's real. She'll give you that hope just to keep you on the chain. Like that's how you end up with Stockholm syndrome, because these people are sociopaths. They know what they're doing. They're gonna give you enough rope to keep hanging yourself and hanging yourself and hanging yourself. And when you're naive, like you have a good heart, you think, okay, no, I'm pretty sure that the last time was the last time. But no, you're never going to be good enough. It's never going to be, there's no amount of love. These people hate themselves, right? So everything that comes around them, they will destroy. Every time you come around these people and try to love them, you are asking for self-destruction. Like, in fact, yeah, that's why, remember how I was looking at that guy, I was like, this nigga here, you went and chose this woman. Out of all the women you could have had, you went for this one. That shows how self-destructive you are. And that's a conversation that we don't even have. Or some men are so, like, I can tell how self-destructive a man is by the type of women he chooses to be in a relationship with.
Okay, so let's get to the meat of it.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
We've had discussions like this before. Mm. And like the barrier that I'm trying to break, or like the ground level that I'm trying to get to, is that
women's fault.
Exactly. Is that it seems like in your explanation, like the buck stops there, like because we are saying that there are multiple, and what I don't want to do is I don't want to invalidate your analysis of narcissism being a problem.
Well, you can't. You can at your own peril.
No, I mean, I could try if that's what I wanted to do.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I want to do.
Yeah, I'll wait.
I could make the attempt.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not. That wouldn't be a wise.
It's not fruitful.
It wouldn't be productive. A wise or fruitful or productive attempt to make.
Yeah.
But I think it is an issue.
When it seems like I'm only recognizing narcissism in one group, or only focused on the narcissism of one group of people per se.
And this is, and I think it also makes it difficult to properly tackle that topic, because I feel like that's a topic that needs to be like thoroughly tackled with focus. But then if we're talking about, and I understand why, because you're seeing a causative relationship.
Yeah.
But
and also I'm what do they call it? A survivor. So of course I'm going to be passionate about this, and I'm not going to have any.
For sure. And no one should douse your fire or fight with your passion. Yeah. None of that.
Yeah.
But I do think if we're talking about this, then it needs to be one of the pillars that we tackle. So it needs to, like, narcissism needs to be one of the pillars of the GBV problem that we tackle. But I don't think it should be the pillar.
Okay.
Because then what happens is people will just rise up. Exactly. People will just rise up against you and be like, what is he talking? You know what I'm saying?
So men are dying and women are dying and you want to blame women. You're blaming the victim.
Boom.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And then like a productive, from then on,
there's no
a productive conversation about narcissism.
You're not going to say nothing. You're not going to say nothing after.
You're not going to convince no one that there's not. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that, right? But I feel like, as much as
Can you talk about
as weird
in men?
Let me finish. As weird as this is gonna sound, right? I feel like this is a safe space for us to discuss this in a sense. How I know, okay, I'm trying to get to the idea on a macro level, and even if it's politically incorrect, even if it pushes against people's current feelings and morals, right? Once we put it out in the raw, right? All these little discussions and arguments that we're going to have between ourselves and each other are all part of normalizing the conversation. Because right now we're starting about women are dying, right? And now, like right now is the last time, like it's the absolutely wrong time to be like, okay. However, in our country, there are a lot of women creating the circumstances under which women die. People are going to be like, how dare you? What the fuck? But once we introduce the idea fully, then people will debate amongst themselves and argue with themselves until they know, okay, what's true and what's not. So me, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm not laughing at anybody's pain. I'm not diminishing anybody's pain. Because like I'm saying, I'm a survivor myself, right? But what I'm saying is, instead of us getting mad at each other, right, as the children of narcissists, we have to realize, we are survivors of the same enemy. And therefore, our coalition has to be to root out these people. And I agree with what you're saying, Warren. Yes, of course. This is what I'm telling you, narcissism for me, I see it like the whole spectrum, right? What white people did to black people is narcissism. What men have done to women for years is narcissism. What women do to men also is narcissism. The reason why I'm so stuck on the women is because women are the ones that make and raise children in our country, unfortunately. So a toxic mom is way more poisonous than a toxic male. Because a toxic male, you know what I mean? Like, all of our absent fathers, bro, even if they are toxic, we don't know. Why? Because they're absent. Doesn't mean they're not being toxic somewhere else. Normally, we live in a society where toxic males get kicked out, whereas toxic women are revered. And I can say this because I've had that same Stockholm syndrome. I was praising my abuser nicely, venerating, putting her on a pedestal like, oh my God, I can't believe I was so blessed. What? So Stockholm syndrome is real. And the reason why I feel like if we really care about our families and if we really care about our community, we have to talk to the people that talk to the people. And those, unfortunately, are women. Because again, I saw some other meme where somebody was like, when kids be like, I want mommy, that's their version of saying, let me talk to your supervisor. So who runs this society, fam? Who runs this society? Who runs this community? So
I think
I'm saying we need to talk to the leaders. You're already saying, well, the men are absent. They've abdicated their role. So they're not the leaders. They're not the ones to talk to. Like, the conversation I want to have with men is to tell them to man up, bro. Stop being a selfish cunt and actually man up, because your children need you to stand up against the bitch that you had children with.
But also
because they're not old enough to fight for themselves. You're the only one who's an adult, and only adults can hold each other accountable. So when you decide, okay, this woman is so insufferable and I don't want to be a murderer, so instead of killing her, I'm going to bounce, right? You're leaving your kids to deal with her. And that's why so many kids are mad at their dads. But that only helps the narcissistic moms, because they're always playing everybody against each other for their benefit.
I think the dads, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I'm not, I don't want to downplay it. I don't want to like invalidate it, because it's your experience and it's real to you, right? I think, and this is why I was saying that I get you're passionate because you've had that experience around a woman, right? I think we should focus on women, yeah. So I think we should focus on the role that...
But men don't make women. Women make men. So you can't focus on men. It's not going to help you.
But
it's going to take forever.
There's also sorry, yeah. Please go ahead.
No. I was just going to make an example of like Uyinen, and I don't know the